for people to understand, so like this just came out a day ago. If you guys know the comedian Bert Kreischer, shout out to Huckleberry Hill Farms, Ridgeline Farms, Felipe Esparzar. We're gonna go over this, guys, and then probably do one more story and then probably wrap it up here. But yeah, let's go over this though.
Figuring out what it responds to best, and it's just become a big part of our life, and really happy to celebrate it. Had some bumps in the road that.
First of all, too, I want to say really quick, it's really dope to kind of see like some mainstream YouTube people start to bring on some people from the culture. You know, shout out to Huckleberry Hill Farms, Ridgeline Farms. You know, they've been around for quite some time now. Definitely, I've never met them before, but you know, I've definitely seen their stuff around and become fans over time. So dope to see. I mean, it's cool to see what Bert's doing that. So I just wanted to say that real quick.
Maybe you know about, or I can share with you about later on or whatever, but it hasn't been an easy road for any of us. And now even with legalization.
Sorry, last thing I'll say, stick around because we're going to talk about the OG Kush story a little bit more here at the very end. And then we'll wrap it up, but I want to go over this.
It's, there's challenges, but really it's super important to be able to share this flower that we've created with the world.
Well, walk me through, like, real quick, give me the history of Humboldt County, because that seems to be, it's called the Emerald Triangle, and that seems to be where they've been growing weed. And when I say they, I mean your families, way before my dad started buying it in stores.
Like Johnny, I was brought up in Humboldt County, been there my whole life. My parents grew weed, and it was just community that was completely operated and, funded by weed. And, so from day one, growing up there, like we'd have weed in our bedroom, you'd go to school, you'd have to knock weed off your shirts. It was just something that was very casual. It was what it was. We knew, our parents said, don't talk about stuff and this and that, but it was always just a part of our culture.
What were your parents? What were your parents like? Where did they grow up? What brought them to Humboldt?
They just wanted to get out of the mainstream way of life. We wanted to build a culture and a lifestyle of our own. So we moved to the country. We moved and built a lifestyle of our own. And what was really unique and special about Humboldt County specifically is you could do it in the way that you wanted to do it. And everybody did.
So the Whitehorn Road, yeah, this been looking fire as well. That's why I think what Bert has been promoting with them. It looks amazing. Yeah, I agree.
Did it differently, and everybody worked together. So it was this huge community that was living under secrecy. That our parents were always carpenters, right? Because loose lips sank ships. You never wanted to tell anybody what you did because you knew you could get in trouble. And together, we found a way to work together to build this secret community. We built schools in the hills. We built fire departments. We built technical rescue teams. And we built this really special place that was really secret to the world, that really flew under the radar until Ronald Reagan declared the war on drugs.
Ronald fucking Reagan.
Ronald Reagan.
By the way, Ronald Reagan coined the phrase, make America great again. You know that? That was that's his thing. Yeah. He came up with that. And Trump said it, and everyone's like, that's not a bad phrase. Yeah. It's Ronald Reagan's phrase. His wife, throat.
Nancy Reagan.
Goat. Did you know that? Nancy Reagan,
no.
Best cocksucker in Hollywood. No, for real. For real. Google it. Pull it up. Put in Nancy Reagan blowjob. And so, but yeah, so Reagan came, and then that's when the helicopters started coming.
I mean, I would say with like my family, I mean, I can't exactly say why, but they're back to landers,
Okay, let's go. Let's skip through this a little bit. I don't know. I can't listen to Bert for that long, but
the weed that everyone really wants in real life, and not this like fucking kind that stick to the bottom.
Okay, Bert, we never tested our weed till 8.
Okay, this is what Bert is looking for in weed. Let's go over this. Let's review this.
When you're consuming cannabis or when you're smoking weed, what are you trying to achieve when you're doing that?
Okay, that's a great question for both of us. I will tell you and I say newcomer. I've been smoking weed since I was 14.
Damn.
Well, yeah, but not all the time.
35 years. That's
I
good.
had a couple.
Since
I had
I
a
was
couple
12.
bad experiences young that kind of. I got a good respect for the plant, and so I was always. So then I always kind of just put the tip of my dick in, and I didn't just go full blown, balls deep. So what I'm looking for is to find my gratitude, to giggle, to catch myself smiling when I didn't expect to, and then a couple hours later to be like, I'm ready to go to bed. That's what I'm looking for.
Beautiful.
So when you drink, sorry.
Oh, do
When you
not get me
drink,
on drinking.
Why do you drink?
Oh, I don't want the party to end.
So I'm going somewhere
because
with
I don't
this.
want to die. I have panic attacks. I show up in the morning.
So
from
you don't
drinking.
drink moonshine because you like to drink, right?
Oh, I would never drink. I mean, I have drank moonshine as a lark.
So in the same
By the way, I want to say really quickly, guys. So if you guys are, we're streaming this on 2 different YouTube channels right now. There's the LMC main channel, and then there's the LMC THC YouTube channel, which is in the description, the first link in the description. We're going to be moving forward. We're going to be doing the live streams just on the LMC THC YouTube channel. Moving forward, we're going to have a bunch of clips on there as well. So just a little thought. I just want to make that clear. So just keep that in mind. Go subscribe if you guys aren't already. Link is, like I said, in the description.
respect, you're not really smoking.
And let me know, guys, in the comments, what are your thoughts? Like, what do you look for in the plant? What are you looking for in cannabis? Like, let me know down in the chat. I would love to hear your guys' opinion. Personally for me, it really depends, right? There's different, situations where, I'm looking for certain things. I want to be, if I want to go work out, get a little energy, little energy, there's certain, terpene profiles that are going to help with that. I think one of the best things for weed though is it helps people somehow, certain genetics, right? Certain terpene profiles are going to help me take my thought and put me in a whole nother kind of headspace, right? That kind of lets me observe my sober self and like kind of criticize, a little bit in certain ways, which I think is actually super healthy. There's also a bunch of other things, but let me know down in the chat.
Cannabis that's 40% THC, because you're looking for that entourage effect, everything you just described, and that comes by having a equal part of cannabinoids, an equal part of terpenes, and an equal part of THC. And so with sun-grown, you're getting something different than a really high octane, indoor grown, one-sided type flower that usually has higher THC. Those are typically more big ag grown products, and they have all the marketing dollars, and they can push whatever educational material they want out to the consumer. So they always wanted the consumer to believe that higher THC meant quality cannabis. But what I think you're finding, and I'm not assuming, but by smoking outdoor sun-grown flower, you're finding that the well-balanced different cannabinoid system of that flower really makes you feel amazing.
Yes. I found myself one day after smoking a joint, having a cigar, appreciating the fact that I'm allowed to have the backyard I have. Like I was like, I love that I have this backyard. I feel really grateful for my backyard. And I was like, wait, that's a fucked up thought. And then I was like, oh wait, that's a good thought. And I go, marijuana gave me that thought. And I went, that's the thought I'm chasing.
Certain
now.
strains, like with the Lance, I'll smoke it. Well, before we go work out, a group of us will smoke a joint, and you have the best workout ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it makes you feel, every strain does something different for people. The name should you like.
Okay, we're gonna do a little bit more of this, and then we're gonna talk about the OG Kush stuff.
Popped off. Blackberry, Bert. What do you think? We need some help. We're gonna make a strain.
Bert Bull. Bert Bull.
Names are tough. They're hard to
Names are
find.
tough.
There's a lot of them out there these days. It's just people are taking strain name, and they just switch.
Girl Scout Cookies was a.
They
Well,
switch
let's
them all
talk.
up.
What are the best strain names you've ever heard of? Girl Scout Cookies, pretty cool. Jack Herrera is a cool one because you find out who he is, and then all of a sudden you see Jack in anything, and you're like, oh, like that's cool. I think I would want my strain to be Bert Kriescher. And so that
purple panty droppers,
purple panty.
I got cheetah piss. I grow. People are always,
Cheetah piss.
cheetah piss. I mean, it's a
We create and name our strains at our farm, and one of the strains
my name, by the way.
we created for my girlfriend whose mom passed away, and it was always about my mom, and I wanted to make it about her mom too. So we named a strain after her mom called Margie's Magic. And so a Bert Kriescher could fit right into that whole equation.
I enjoy your Lance.
Your last name wasn't so hard to say. I'd ask your sister to really pronunciate it right.
No one says my name right.
And so Willie Nelson, we worked with him in the Willie's Reserve team early on when they could survive in California. And he used to be the chief tasting officer. I mean, you could definitely take that role. And, you pick a strain that you like and that makes you feel amazing, and we shove it in a jar, and then you make people aware of it. I mean, that's what's amazing about, creating your own strains. And I love
the smell of your weed. It's got a citrusness to it. The new trend I hear is that people are liking weed that smells like feet.
What?
I don't know.
I like dirt, like the OGs, that's more of a dirt taste. It reminds me like black coffee, right? It's a stronger.
I like good ideas. I like giggling, and I like relaxation.
Do you like that idea? The one with the seed puck on the top?
I love the fucking.
All right, guys. So anybody that wants to go watch that, I just recommend go check it out. It's dope to see mainstream, media person, really bring on some of the people from the culture. So I love to see that. Couple more things I want to